Namaste and welcome. I'm JC Yogi, and today we're gonna go through a power hour class. So it's kind of like I call it power hour, but we might be about 45 to 50 minutes, just a little bit, just in case. On this class, we'll be using a dynamo wheel. So if you have it, great. If not, don't worry. We'll be using a blocks as well, or a bricks for a deep core work, adductors, strengthening. So this is a combination of a core strength, getting your heartbeat a little bit more stronger there and faster, get your metabolism rate going up as well, get this like a little action, a little bit breathless as well. Absolutely good to be that. So it will be a mixture of the sun salutation, core strength, plank, side plank, like I say, shoulder strength, and of course, abdominal strength. So we're gonna come to seated upright position to start with. Come to seated upright, close your eyes if you can. Always good to kind of like find this space for just a few minutes to connect into the self, while your hand rested down, maybe shoulders relaxed, neck is long, eyes are closed or open if you wish. And we always connect to the breath, we always connect to the rhythm of this breath, and we maintain this rhythm breath throughout this practice. Please aware of any injuries that you have. Always honor the injuries, so always take your time and rest if you need to. Watch maybe some demonstration and then demo, and then maybe carry on practicing. Keeping the jaw muscles relaxed, keep the softness through the facial muscles, the tip of the tongue to the roof of your mouth. Inhale here, exhale one more time. Beautiful. And slowly open your eyes. I want to move to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So when you're in downward dog, always come to a tabletop first. Set the foundation of your hand. Curl your toe, lift your knees, and push your hips up. When you push your hips up, tone the navel, engage. Draw the chin to the chest. Close the toes, close the hand, lift your hips up. Breathe in, 1. Breathe in, 2. And exhale, one last one, and then inhale. From here, exhale to plank. When you come to plank, you stack the shoulders, don't drop your hips. Inhale, back to downward dog. Exhale to plank. Inhale to downward dog. And again, so keep moving nice and slowly. If you need to lower your knees, you lower your knees and then you push back. Then you come forward. On the exhale, you push back. On the inhale, you come forward and you push back. And twice more. Come forward, push back. Last one, come forward. Hold. Shoulders, push your hips back, so your heel back down. Tone and inhale. Lower the knee to lightly feel the earth. Push your hips back, round your back, and come into the plank. Knee, hips, up, and plank. Getting into the quads. Inhale, and exhale. Keep going. Breathe in. Breathe out. So you feel the quads, the upper body. Let's get a little bit faster. With control. And again. And again. One more time. Beautifully push back to downward dog. From downward dog, separate your feet. as wide as your mat. Walk the hands back, bend your knee, take your hips back, drop down, sway right and sway left. Gentle sway. Come back to the center, open your arms wide, take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, head down, knuckles up. Push your weight to your heel. Sweep your hand to the floor, come on the fingertip, lift the heart center, press your hand onto your thigh and come up nice and gently. I'm going to move to the center of my mat. So if you want to move to the center of your mat, please do. Make sure your little toe align with your outer heel or on the outer edge of your mat as well. So we're going to start moving into what we did in downward dog form, from standing, and then we're going to get deep into hinging our hips into like semi-squat. Your hand rests onto your thigh. You squeeze the shoulders, the elbow back, lean forward, hips back, fold it on the exhale. Keep your elbow back, draw the chin in, and you slide your hand slightly up. And then you slide your hand down, and you carry on doing it. Nice and slow. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Open up, take your hips back, fold in. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale. Inhale. Now we can go. Open everything, release, core engage, always, always core engage. You're going to go slow or a little bit faster. And again. And again. Last one. Back up. Pull the shoulders, open your arms wide, reach into the sky, catch your left wrist, crescent to the right, come back center, catch your right wrist, crescent to the left. Come back center, release your hand down. So this is where we're going to start to learn how to hinge our hips and extend to the arms, tone the navel. Hands by your side, palms facing out, elbows to the back. Let's start with the arms. Extend, back, extend, back, extend, back. Extend, hips, reach back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Knees always behind your heels. Oh, sorry, your toes. It can be difficult. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. Inhale, exhale. Keep going. Engage those hips, quads, and thigh. Push, back, push, back. Don't want to stick the booty. What I mean by this, we're not sticking the booty. You push through the hips, back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Beautiful inhale, exhale, hold. Tone, push back, knee behind your toes. Lengthen, breathe, pull. And again, hold, pull, hold, and release back. Give it a shake. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Let it shake through your fingertips, your toes, your neck, everything. I'm going to come to the front of your mat. Now after that, we're going to come to the block. But first, let's do a couple of consolidation. Ground your feet. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Knee bend. Inhale, lengthen. Step your left leg. Step your right leg. Come to plank pose. Elbows. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Inhale, left leg. Forward. Exhale, right leg. Fold. Root down, knee bend. Arms wide open. Hands into the heart. Inhale, arms wide. Wide open, fold. Swan dive. Inhale up. Exhale, right leg. Press palms. Left leg. Straight plank. Chaturanga. Lip roll. Upward dog. And exhale. Downward dog. Lift your hips up. Breathe. Inhale, right leg. and left leg. Exhale, fold, root down, knee bend, arms wide, reach up to the sky, press the palms, and release your hand down. Take the blocks, or a brick, better. We're gonna take the bricks into upper inner thigh. So I'm gonna go a little bit higher, I've got a little bit more arc through my legs. So I found myself, I need this, help me open up and create length into the spine. So, by the way, the blocks or the bricks flush with your upper inner thigh. Take your feet about, ideally hip, depends on the blocks, but you keep squeezing the blocks. When it comes to Utkatasana, chair pose, squeeze the bricks, extend the arms forward a bit, shoulders back, and come to chair pose. Tone and breathe. So that's going to be enough here. If you can go a little bit more deeper, lengthen the spine, shoulders back. Rock on your toes, lift your heel. Squeeze the blocks. Rock on your heel, lightly float your toes. Breathing in, rock on your toes, float your heels, squeeze the blocks, heel down, toes up. Toes down, heels up. Heel down, toes up. Squeeze the blocks. Toes down, heel up. Drop a little more. Breathe. Breathe. And then come up. Straight up. Bend your heel. Okay, squeeze the blocks. One more time. Do one more of these. Inhale. Arms forward. Shoulders back. Utkatasana. Keep squeezing. Shoulders. Breathing in. Rock on your toes. Lift your heel. Lower your heel, toes. Rock on your toes. Lift your heel. Squeeze the blocks. Lower the heel. Lift the toes. Toes down, heel. Sink a little bit more. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come up and lower down and release. Okay. Keep the blocks aside. We're going to come back to it. I want to work into lower abdomen. Come on your back. Bring your knees in for a moment. Keep the shoulders back. Breathe in your back. Now keep your knee stack over your hips. Spread your toes, heels, kind of like not up, not down. Again for your calves to turn. Lower back engage. Lift your head. Palms facing each other. You can rest the hand on the ground. Right leg extend, back, left leg extend, back. If you feel, actually, this is better for me, lower your head. Sometimes I do, sometimes I lift the head. The only thing I just want to see how much the right leg go and how much the left knee coming in as I do this. So a lot of times we kind of bring it forward too much. Then you know what it is. You keep alternating. Breathe out, extend. Breathe in and extend. Nice and slowly. Shoulders back. Breathe. And again. Okay. Now, right leg. Left leg. One more. Right leg. And one more. Left leg. Bring the knee, your head up. Bring your head down. Bring your hand into your knees. Bring them in. Give them a gentle roll. Side to side in a recircle. Come back to the same form. This time your palms down, holding the mat. Your knees the same. Lift your head, shoulders. Good. Both legs. Pull the mat forward. Bring back. Both legs. Back. Exhale. Again, if your neck hurt, head down. Extend on the exhale. Inhale, bring them back. Exhale, extend. Inhale, back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Exhale. Ooh, inhale. I can feel it now. Exhale, hold. Pull the mat, lift the head, hold. Breathe in. Lower down a little bit. Bring it up. Breathe. Drop. Up. Pull the mat. Drop. Up. Careful with your neck. Drop. Hold. Feet down. Head down. Release your hand. Okay, a little shake. Bricks. Between the upper and the thigh. Squeeze in the bricks. Now, if the left leg goes straight, go for it. If not, please give them back. If this is having your leg straight, they're not straight, by the way. This is coming up. You're gonna keep the table down. Squeeze the blocks the same long. Pull the mat, lift the head. Squeeze the blocks. Lower. Up. Exhale. Lower. Up. The block not touching the floor. Exhale, lower. Whoa, inhale up. Shoulders back. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Pull the mat. Exhale, lower. Whoa, inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale up. Two more. Exhale, lower. Squeeze the blocks, squeeze the blocks. Inhale up. Exhale. Whoa, drop the feet. Drop the back. Extend your arms. Hook your thumbs. Push your feet down. Shoulders back. Squeeze the blocks. You can keep here. As you squeeze the blocks, lift your hips into bridge pose. Throw the shoulder blade down. Toe the navel, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale and exhale. Inhale here and exhale. Keep lifting your hips up and lower down. All the way. Okay, bring your feet a little more closer. And come up on your toes, and squeeze the blocks, lift up, and come up on the toes. Soften to the ribs, squeeze the blocks, shoulders grounded, hook your thumbs. And holding. Breathe. Hold. Breathe. Hold. And lower. You can walk your feet out to lower, or you're comfortable, lower. Walk your feet, release your hand, take the block, come back to it. Not yet. Bring the knees in, roll side to side, and then come up. We're going to use the wheel. Okay, we're going to open up the shoulders a lot to help us go into what we call dolphin, back bend, and anything like that. So, you're going to be on your knees and you're going to curl your toes like you're coming to camel pose. Turn the navel, hold the blocks in front of you like that. Thumbs, hold it. Reach your arms up to the sky. Push your wheel up. Turn the navel, shoulders back. Then from here, bend like you do in tricep dips. Bend the elbow to get the wheel towards your back, touching. Squeeze the shoulders towards the center, elbows in the center, lengthen up. Then up, down, up, down. Keep breathing. Keep pushing your toes down, knees down. Then your wheel might touch your back, might not. Soften the ribs. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And reach up. Arms forward. Lower. To break down. Right, so another core work on your core shoulders. I'm going to take a break in front of the wheel. I'm going to hold the wheel exactly the same. I'm putting some weight onto the wheel. Walk your knee back. Tops of your feet on the mat. Elbows bent. Push your pubic bone into the wheel. And that's enough. Trust me, this already shaking my core. Believe me. Tops of your feet on the mat. You're not sinking your hips. You're not sinking the booty. So we're going to be in between, elbows in, turn the navel, tops of your feet on the mat. Breathing. When you're ready, Lift on the tops of your feet. Arms straight. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Hold. Don't hold the breath. Oh, the wobbly moment. Lower your knees. Keep your hands on the wheel, knees apart. Sit all the way on the top. Open the shoulders, sway a little bit side to side. Beautiful. Right. We're gonna open up the shoulders. Hands on the bottom part of the wheel, forearm down, shoulders stacked. Keep your knees apart, take your toes on the ground behind your knees. Lift your knees a few inches, pull back. Keep your knee down, chest to your thigh, pull the wheel down. The head might be touching, look towards your feet. Shoulders back. Inhale and exhale. Deep doing, inhale. Now, legs are straight, push your heel, turn the navel, pull the wheel down. Then if you look at your feet, bring them to the center, to each other's. Push your hips. It's a dolphin, it's not a plank. Walk your feet a few inches, not the shoulders. And hold it. Hamstring open, breathe. Turn the navel, lift your shoulders back, push your forearm down. Inhale, walk your feet a little bit more. Hips are up. Breathing in, breathing out, knee down. Great. We're going to open up the hips and the hamstring using both wheel and block. Okay, just be aware of the wheel if it's roll. Sometimes if it flip, it's not going to be pleasant if it landed on your foot or landed on you. So your wheel under your right calves, the blocks closer to the wheel. Now we're going to move your back leg. Tuck your toe on your left foot, walk your left leg back, and simply hold the blocks under your hand. You know, this kind of resembles half split, Ardha Hanuman. Spread your toes, shoulders back, your knee on the mat. Notice how my hips is lightly over or front of my knee, not directly stuck. So I'm pushing my energy into the wheel. It's actually a lovely kind of massage for your calves as well. But you don't want to sink all your energy to your calves. You're going to push back to pull your femur bone away from the hip socket to give you some nice release for the hamstring. Now I'm going to use the upper body strength. Lift your left knee off the ground. Lower a few inches, lift. Lower a few, you can do tricep dips as well. Lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift. One more time, lower and hold. Don't lift. Push your heel, your knees off the mat. Pushing the blocks, lift the heart to heart center. Now lean forward, left leg straight. Whoa, the shake of the quads, the legs. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Beautifully lower the left knee down. Lightly roll back till you hold the wheel, or you can roll back till you have your foot on the wheel, then you step it back. Okay, right knee on the mat. Start with your left calves. Make sure it's in the center. Because I move the blocks for you to see it. And nicely make sure this wheel is supported. Right knee on the mat, toe on the mat, and your calves onto the wheel. If it's wobbly wheel, please make sure it is sturdy. Push, land. If you don't have the wheel, your foot in front, by the way. Heel on the ground, okay? Okay, lift the right knee. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. When you lower, you bend your elbows slightly. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Lift. Now lower and hold. And push up. Push up, push up, push up. Lean forward. Extend the right leg straight. Full breathing in. Lower the right knee. And gently roll the wheel back. Keep on holding the wheel. And maybe your foot come on the wheel. And release the foot down. Great. Take the wheel for a moment. We're going to come back to it as well. Take the blocks for a moment. Come to downward facing dog. And start to move towards side plank. But we're going to use the blocks. First, downward dog. Lift your hips up. Good. Lower the knees. Now, we're going to take the blocks and we're going to move into side plank, side to side, using the breaks in your upper thigh, like we did when we did the core work. So, from here, downward dog with the breaks. Now, keep your hips up, roll on your right side, stack one foot on top, squeeze the blocks, left arm goes up. Breathe, lower your left hand, come on the toes, move to the left side, stack, lift, right arm up, right hand down. Come back to the right side, hips are up, squeeze the blocks, lift the hips, left hand down, then on your left side, right arm up, breathing in, right hand down, one more time on the right, one more time on the left. Lift up, lift up, lift up, left hand down, then on your left side, stack and open, right arm up. Come back to downward dog, squeeze the blocks, push your hips up and back. Come to a plank, holding, squeezing the blocks, and hold the plank. Shoulders back, squeeze the blocks. Breathe. Inhale. And exhale. And again, claw the hand, squeeze the blocks, lower the knees down, tops of your feet, hover over the mat, toes pointing out, chaturanga, up, knee down, squeeze the blocks, drop, up, again, drop, squeeze the blocks, toes off the ground, knee down, and again, last one, drop, pull back, tops of your feet on the mat, take the blocks away, and rest on your knee or child pose. Take a moment to breathe here. When you come to a high lunge, right foot forward, come on the ball of your left foot, left knee on the mat, high lunge. Arms goes up to the sky. Breathe in. If you feel your knee want to bend your knee to lengthen the spine. Step your hand down, right foot back, downward dog, left foot forward, high lunge. Lengthen and breathe. Inhale, exhale, hands down, step your left leg, downward facing dog, lift your hips up, breathing in, breathing out, lower the knees down. Now, something I call or refer to as a jump switch. Jump switch, it's always good to use the block, because sometimes to step from downward dog to a lunge is going to be tricky for the hips if it's tight. So that's going to give you the height of your hands a little bit to allow you to jump switch. So take the blocks as wide as your mat, it's going to be a little bit wider. Bring the right foot forward, left leg back into high lunge, but your hands up. Now when we jump switch, your hips need to move upward. We often try to jump switch this way, I won't be able to step my foot forward and let alone to right the other leg back. So I'm pushing on the blocks. As I jump switch, my hips come up, left foot come forward, right leg go back. Again, you breathe, exhale, jump switch. Exhale, jump switch. And we keep going. Nice and rhythmic. And with control, doesn't matter about the speed, take your time. Breathe. Jump, hips up. Jump, hips up. Right foot forward, left leg back. Left foot forward, right leg back. Keep going. One more on the right. One more on the left. Step it back and use the blocks for the downward facing dog. And lower your knees. Down. Okay, we nearly there. Well done, guys. Now we're going to bring the blocks by the knee. So you can use this side of the blocks or this side of the blocks. I like to use this side, it's more secure. My fingertip in the front, my hand or the blocks closer to my knee. Oh, I'm out of breath already, trust me, it's really good practice. Push your hand down, shoulders back, top of the on the mat, lift your knees. Then lower, lift, lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Now you lean forward, shoulders stack, lift your knees, lower, lift your knees, lower, lift your knees, lower, tops of your feet, always lift your knees, lower. Okay. This is super powerful. Press your hand, shoulders back, lift, come hard, lower, lift, come from the tops of your feet, lift, lower, lift, and lower. Excellent. Blocks aside. Coming forward, breath in, breath out. Okay, we'll have a wall. And if you need support, remember, if we are rolling so much, take blocks so you're resisting the wheel from flipping or rolling out. So we're gonna work now a deep form with one-legged dolphin, and then maybe how we can get into some back bend. And then we're gonna finish off with the wheel on our back to open up to the heart center. And eventually when you start to work with full Urdhva Dhanurasana or even scorpion pose, because that's going to take you into scorpion, of course. Okay, the same form. Forearm on the mat. Holding the wheel is not rolling because the blocks. Feet hip width apart, tuck your toes, walk your feet in. Pull the wheel down, head and neck relax. Ground your right leg, left leg goes straight up, like a scissor, drop. Don't touch the earth, don't bend the knee, straight. Open up the hips from here. Keep your hips up and don't turn them out. What I mean by this, often we open it out this way, we don't. One more on the leg, left leg, drop your foot, right leg, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down. Last one, drop, lower the knees. Now often we roll the shoulders to do this. It's activating those hip flexor. So when it comes to flip upward into a forearm balance, pincha or even stack form, is going to help us. Today I'm not going to go the legs straight, I'm going to go with the knee bend, like form of stag. If you haven't done this before, please watch this one and we'll do it together. Holding the wheel, push your forearm, right leg in the center, left knee bent. Bend the right knee and you hop. To hop to the point where you find the center and maybe hold it. When you hold it, both knee bent, push your forearm, head down. Lifting off the wheel, the head lifted off the floor. Breathe, and then when you're ready, drop one foot, then the other foot. Now to come a point where we start to fall into the wheel, we're going to push away from the wheel using those forearm. If you want to join me, your left other side. So nice and slowly come into the four. It doesn't matter which leg you kick in, we can always switch it. So As the right leg goes up, bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Forearm down, kick up, drop, kick up, drop your down till you get comfortable. Please remember the wall behind you just in case when you're up, you hold the balance. Keep both knees bent, tone the navel, soften the ribs, push your forearm, engage your quads. Inhale, then lower, down. Beautiful. The only thing, when you rest and come up, I'll show you if you flip too quickly, that's why the wall. So watch me quickly. If you have a break for a moment, if I'm flipping the left leg so quickly, the wall here to support me. That's all. That's why I want to keep your feet or your leg bent. Because sometimes we take the momentum and we start to feel like momentum taking us over. You can take, sorry, let's take that way. Now we're gonna really open up the back. Make sure you're on the front edge of your mat, so you have enough room behind you. Come on the wheel, hold it with your thumb on your lower back. Feet on the ground. Now if the neck is great here. This is a nicely opening upper thoracic, shoulders. Now sometimes the neck hurts, you can take your hand and allow this little support. Of course, if you're okay, you can take the head back. Keep squeezing. The wheel needs to be in the central channel of your spine. Okay? Now when you start to feel comfortable, you lift your sitting. And then you roll. Wow, so lovely for the back. And you start to roll towards the lumbar spine. Then as you come to the lumbar spine, you don't want to roll anymore because it's going to go on your buttocks. You're going to stop here, you walk your feet. Then your hands come to the floor, and then you roll to the point where your shoulders grounded. Yes, the blocks comes right on the sacrum, and into that lovely bridge pose. Your belly want to rise up, draw in, and you push your feet into the ground, ideally toes inward, hands relaxed by your side. Deep ujjayi. Breathe in, soften. Let's surrender into the wheel. Now when you start to feel, yeah, okay, actually I can have your left foot down, right leg up or bent. If the right leg goes straight and you know the wheel's sturdy, you can take your arms wide. And then you can switch, right toe down, again knee bend or left leg straight. Breathe when you start to comfortable. This leg represents a bit of shoulder stand, but actually much more thoracic. So at some point if you go in the hollow back, this is super draw the back into it, engage shoulders back, press your back of the hand on the mat, legs up. And to work those hips and core, take your legs slightly out, but this pull back. So your back push towards the wheel. You can take them slightly more. When you feel a challenge, you cross one leg. Two, kind of very sturdy. Otherwise the blocks move, or sorry, the wheel move and you land on the wheel. Trust me, you don't want that. Because if you land on the wheel, it's not pleasant. It happened to me. And then come back to the center, open the legs. I've got a little bit of door here so I can rest my heel. I can open more, I can just hold it just off it. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring the legs up. And then very slowly, one foot down, then the other foot down. Press your feet, spread them out, tone the navel, and breathe in. To come out, use your hand, fingertip, to roll yourself, bring the chin to the chest, then take your time to come down and rest. If that starts to slide, just make sure it's safe and stay here for a moment. I want to gonna take you into a deep back bend as well with the wheel, but we're gonna stretch those lovely quads and thigh. So this, we're gonna go into a hero pose first. Take the wheel for a moment. Take your knees and feet apart. And this is definitely, if your toes goes under the wheel, oh, it's not pleasant. Now please honor your knees with this one. It took me a while to get my knees this way. So the same form, the wheel under my back, tops of your feet on the ground, and this is gonna be enough here. Often when we roll back, then you want to lift or we want to go out. So ideally keep here, push your hand onto your heel, and lean back. And if you lean back, this is where the wheel might come on your toes. You open up. Some point, your head touch the earth. Just take it easy. Just gonna open up all of this. And if your shoulder is okay, you can extend your arms back, or you can keep your hand onto your heel, or even onto your hips. Tops of your feet engaged, this pull back. This is left very strong. It's not only back bend, this is open up your quads and your thighs stretch. Inhale. To come out, hand onto your heel, lift your head, and then gently come off, come off, come off, and to come to seated. Take the wheel over the side, come on your back. We're going to stretch your hamstring now. Take a belt if you have one. When you're on your back, make a loop or hold the belt anywhere with your right foot up, left foot on the ground. I'm holding the belt with both hands via the loop, shoulders grounded, right leg, the foot pushed against the belt, and I'm pulling at the same time the belt towards me, while my elbows slightly wide and my shoulders are grounded. Inhale and exhale. Just hold it for another 30 seconds. It's a nice stretch for the hamstring. Keep the spiralings open and widen this part. And again, inhale and exhale. And we're going to switch it very gently. You bend the right knee. You can either choose to take the left leg, right foot down, or take the belt fully and readjust it. Again, the same form. Elbows wide, palms really pulling into the belt. Kick the belt, draw the thigh muscle bone. As you pull the belt, you widen the arms. You're pulling the elbows to shoulders stay grounded, and I'm kicking the foot into that belt. That's going to inner spiral my thigh. It's going to give me deeper opening into those lovely hamstrings. Breathe in, breathe out, and again, breathe in. What a lovely day becomes, and I thought it would be cold today, but it's cold, sorry, but it's going to be rainy and cloudy, lovely, beautiful, beautiful blue sky. And gently from here release. You're going to take a mini shavasana. Always a mini shavasana is good, but before this, bring your knees in. Give them a gentle, gentle roll. Then extend your legs, toes pointing out, shoulders relaxed, arms wide open, palms upward, neck is long. Rest your back body on the mat. Keeping your eyes closed if you can, and staying there, breathing in and breathing out. Notice how this practice served you today. Always notice how this practice served you. You inhale and exhale through the nose. And take your time to softly and gently, like I said, it's a mini shavasana. Apology, you can stay longer at some point after that. Bring your knees in, roll to one side, and come to comfortable seated, upright position. Mini shavasana about 30 seconds today. I just want to keep the energy going, and you have time to rest. I hope after that. Once we're seated, come to a hand into prayer position, to your heart center, to bow to each other, to honor the space and the practices, and always how we feel after the practices. Please take your time to rest, take your time to drink lots of water, to eat healthy, stay well, stay safe, If you like these classes, let me know. Give me some feedback. I'm most appreciated. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here today.